Hello and welcome to another beautiful episode of Softline. I'm Nancy Banigo and I have Eddie Dunge.
You were caught and guarded. And you can't even help
Oh
it.
my
You're
goodness,
laughing.
but how could I, what will I do now? I just had to laugh.
Hello, everyone. Some days are like that. How are you
Yeah.
today? We're fine. And we're here for you.
Yeah.
And trust us, we're going to make it educative. Yeah, it's going to be insightful. And what else? Just stay there and you'll learn.
I know being caught off guard can be somehow sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you just don't know how to
react, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Eddie, you were talking about what? That was
Okay.
making me laugh.
So now you want to push it. so we're looking at people who aid and abet a lot of
Impunities.
ill things, and then when they're not part of the game again,
Yeah.
they start talking about it. So what do they really want to achieve when they do that?
You know, I saw that trend on Twitter, X, you know, and then I saw somebody asked the question, share some secret of where you worked, but you're no longer there. There was a tag on it, right?
Yeah.
Hash something like that. And then when I read, some few that I read was quite funny, you know, but then I appreciate it too, because I was actually trying to see more if anyone concerns me, you know, so that I can learn, you know. I saw the ones for biscuits. People were saying some secret ingredients they add to biscuit. I saw someone was saying, if you go to the supermarket and you buy it, you always try to cross-check your receipt before you leave. So that particular one, like twice, I have been a victim of it. I went once upon a time to buy rice. I bought rice, the bag of rice, and lo and behold, no, it was the 25 kg rice. After everything, you know, when the girl finished imputing and then gave me the cost, I paid. But even while I was paying, I felt like,
didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah, my cat
was.
It's not supposed to be this much. It's not supposed to be this much. Normally, I just go and then probably go home and start racking my head. But then I just felt like just move aside and go cross-check.
Yeah.
Do you know what this lady did? She actually times my half bag of rice times 2.
Wow.
It was times 2. I think then rice was about 30,000 or so, the half bag. So I had to pay 60,000 naira for rice of 30,000 naira.
I mean,
you know, and
not
I
even
finished
10,000.
No,
double the price.
Doubled it. And where I knew it was mischief was when it was time, when I discovered it, and then I went back to them and said, see what happened. You know, her cold attitude towards the whole thing. If it was me and it was a genuine mistake, I would have, oh, so sorry, madam, you know, try to show some remorse.
Yeah.
But do you know, before I collected that money that day, I spent like 1 hour where they were telling me, oh, we can't reduce the money without the manager. Oh, we can't do this. This was how they kept pushing and pushing. I just drew a chair and sat down. I said, bad
market. That was a bad market.
I tell you.
You're not in a hurry.
I'm not in a hurry. I need to collect my 30,000 naira today. It was too much. And then the second time, I can't really remember, but the same thing, you know, they added something that was not.
Was it
no, this was another supermarket.
Place,
so when I saw that, you know, in that trend, I said, oh, so it's a pattern. So people do these things intentionally. So I think it's a good thing when you leave places like that, but you shouldn't wait until you leave.
Exactly.
You shouldn't wait until you leave.
So you see, so when I saw it, my own take was, why are you speaking up now? You've been in the system, you've been part of this thing.
Enjoying it.
Yeah, exactly, but because you're out, I mean, human beings,
I tell you.
You're now crying foul. But when you were in it, enjoying it, nobody heard about it.
And you know, there was one that said, even if they were offered food from the restaurant where they sell, they wouldn't eat.
Because they knew what was going on.
There are so many cockroaches in the restaurant, so they themselves cannot eat from that restaurant. And here they are feeding people.
It's very sad.
So somebody went ahead to ask, could you people just please mention those names so that we can at least, so that we can at least take correction. And
of course they won't do that, because that would now mean there could be some implications, legal implications to it. And it could be a long fight, you know, because also if legally, I think they could be roped in because you were aiding and abetting this crime. So why are you crying foul?
I know, but then you can actually mention these things even without being implicated. There are ways to do those things. You just mention the name there, and nobody knows.
No, because it's not possible now.
People open new pages every day under different disguise.
Right.
Yeah.
So we've talked about that. You know, I realized that even on the social media, one person could be there with 3 different names and 3 different accounts,
yeah,
same
people
person,
do it.
but I mean, and nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
So you're following the same person, not knowing, thinking you're following 3 different people.
persons.
Sometimes
so
you
do
don't
it.
even get, okay, it could be someone you know, but because the person is using a different name and a different account,
you wouldn't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, people do it. People disguise a lot on social media. That's why they say don't believe everything you see on the media.
Exactly.
There's so much happening. So somebody can actually open a fake account, give out these names, and disappear. So who are you going to hold? A fake account? All right, let's go on a very short break. And
So what's your take before we go on the break?
Okay.
What do you have to say to people concerning this kind of attitude?
Well, I'm going to be selfish here. I need more of this, and especially if you cannot speak up when you are in that company or when you are in that establishment. When you leave, try to speak up. It's never too late to help someone. So don't die, or don't bury those secrets. Come out with them, especially the one that has to do with health concerns. You know, you should say them so that people can be conscious or careful. So I think I like it.
Okay, like your take.
That's my take.
Exactly.
I'm not going to ask you your take.
No, I wouldn't even. I don't have anything to say.